one of my favorite things about painting is it makes a great gift. So this year I am doing a painting for Christmas for my husband of our old cat when she was just a little kitten. She died a couple years ago, so I thought that would make a nice gift. We're building an addition, so we're gonna have lots of wall space and lots of place to put paintings. So I'm gonna start with a background. I'm just doing a small canvas because I kind of like the look of a small canvas and a small portrait. It's kind of just the perfect size. So I'm gonna start with a thick brush, a fat brush. I'm gonna paint the whole background a nice yellow mix, kind of between a darker gold yellow and a brighter yellow. I'm just going to go back and forth, picking a little bit of gold and a little bit of yellow up on my brush, and doing this crisscross pattern here. We're going to let this dry. I'm going to use transfer paper. I'm going to print out a photo of our cat, and I'm going to use transfer paper to transfer the image onto the painting, the canvas. And I want to do that because I want to make a very exact replica. I could sit and spend time trying to draw it and copy it from eye, but it's going to take a lot of time, and there's going to be some erasing on the canvas, and I prefer to just get the image on there quickly so I can start working on it. So I got my kitty sketched out using the transfer paper. And I've outlined basically the differences in the shadows. So the black from the grays to the whites. Now I'm gonna start filling in my black, my darker areas. So you can put away your thick brush because we won't be using that anymore. We'll just be using our medium brush and a thin brush. And I'm just gonna keep checking my photo and painting the black parts. Using a medium brush. kitty now. She's very lovey-dovey. You can pick her up, you can manhandle her, you can do all sorts of things with her, and she just loves it. But Ace, she would kind of tease you to pet her, and then once you would, she'd grab onto you and bite you and claw you and then run away. Kind of a love-hate relationship. I'm just gonna make her tail a little bit longer. Okay, so there's our body. I'm leaving this area empty because it's more of like a grayer tone when the light hits it. So I'm gonna move on to my tiniest brush, which is a very fine detail brush. Very, very fine. And I'm gonna use that for the face. Continually checking my portrait picture so that I know if there's any areas that I do not want black. So this kitty's face is completely black, but we are going to do some lighter tones of a gray. So we're kind of starting with our darkest tone and then working our way up to our lightest tone. I decided to use a yellow background because it's really nice to have that contrast with your colors. And my undertones of my white are going to be a really light blue, kind of like a gray blue. So if you think about your color wheel, opposite to your blues and your purples are your yellows and your oranges. So you're gonna really get that pop in color. Now I'll go in with my thin brush again and start doing that darker gray. Kitty meow meow. Once all that darker black on the face dries, it won't look so awkward. Okay, so now we're gonna start with our darkest shade of our lightest color, and our lightest color on our kitty is white, so we want an undertone for white. And one of the best undertones for white, if you're ever doing snow or shadows in the snow, is blue. So we're gonna mix some white and blue to get our darkest white undertone. This is the color we're gonna go for. And all of our white spots are going to be painted that. So medium brush, back to our medium brush. We're gonna paint the paws and the neck and belly, underbelly. And this section here, there's a little bit on the knees because Ace had white coming up on her knees in some spots. Two mediums. So now we're going to lighten up our blue for our very light, whitest shades of white. We're not actually going to use white in this painting. We're going to use light shades. So we're going to come down on the paw here. This is kind of how our kitty picture is looking. So just while we're here, and I've got a little bit of some gold left, I'm going to outline my eyes. Ace's eyes with gold. When you're doing eyes, the bottom of our eyes, especially cat eyes, are going to get the most reflection. The top of the eye is going to be the darkest as it's going to be shaded by the eyelid. So I'm going to go in with a little bit, tiny bit of black and mix it in with my gold to get like a grayish gold color. And I'm going to brush that on the top of the eye. Yellow for under the eye, where our highlight is. As I mentioned before, Ace had gold eyes. And a little bit of white streak. I feel like there's too much water on there. White and other side. So we also need to do a highlight in the upper corner here on the eye, on Ace's eye, and in the upper middle-ish here. There we go. There's our kitty eyes. So I'm gonna go in and just do some fine tuning now. We've got the basic idea of our cat, we've got the shape, we've got the shadows. Now we can go in for the details, little highlights here and there on the face. So I kind of want to have my transition between my black and my blue here. So I'm gonna get a little bit of pink and put that on my palette, and I'm gonna mix it, a little bit of pink with my gray that I've been using already. So we got a nice light gray pink color, and we're going to just put it in here. This is going to be our transition to our white. Okay, and fine kitty hairs in the ears. She's a very hairy kitty. There. So I think that's all I'm gonna do. You know, just to kind of like get some texture in the background. I might do like a little bit of something like that, right? There is my kitty meow meow, signed, dry, Christmas present for my husband, little kitty Ace. Thanks for watching.